A short while ago, I did a study on self-proclaimed prophets, those who provided us with end times dates and warnings that Jesus was returning. I noted two similarities with just about all of the so-called prophets that I examined. One, as of this date, November 20th, 2010, none of their forecasts of end times or the rapture have come true. And two, when their target date finally did arrive, and Jesus didn't, the almost unanimous reaction was the issuing of more dates by the prophetic proclaimer. William Tapley is walking down that very road and beginning to fit very definitely into this profile. Our prophetic third eagle clock has been ratcheting through his end times dates like a runaway train blasting through deserted tumbleweed whistle stops. As of the date of the making of this video, we only have one more date left, November 29th. But alas, a new date has just been issued, January 1st, 2011. It's beginning to appear to some that the only thing standing between us and the total obliteration of the world we know is just the tensile strength of William Tapley's credibility. Let's examine some of his statements. He did imply that it was our fault that Barack Obama was elected and that it could have been avoided.
The reason Barack Obama was elected because not enough Americans prayed and fasted before the election, myself included. In fact, the Lord gave me a severe case of arthritis in my left shoulder because I did not pray and fast enough for my country.
Then he says that President Obama was an unchangeable piece of the prophetic end times puzzle.
He has a role to play, as predicted in Bible prophecy. We cannot change Bible prophecy.
Well, which is it? How could it be our fault for electing the man to the position that he was destined to fulfill to complete this biblical prophecy? How could it be our fault if his role was already written in as one of the four beasts of Revelations and Daniel? His initial prediction for World War III was for October 13th, complete with a warning video. When this didn't occur, he offered as evidence the report of the explosion in an underground missile site in Iran on October 12th. He calls it a total media blackout and offers the blackout as the proof that the information is true, and that is why it's being covered up by the Satan-controlled media.
Normally, this would be a tremendous front-page story. This story was completely blacked out in our American news media. Amazing event occurred which was totally unreported in our media. There was a total media blackout of this story. And this story was completely censored.
Now, along with his new date of January 1st, 2011 for World War III, he reminds us that President Obama and the Democratic Congress would initiate the war to negate or overshadow the midterm elections in hopes of ushering in the New World Order. Of course, he reminds us that the Apostle John has called him the third eagle and mentions him in chapter 8 of the book of Revelations. Although one might ask themselves, How is it that a prophet of the Almighty God can't even spell the name of the final frickin' war he's prophesying? Before we depart this video, allow me to make something clear, which may not be immediately obvious. You may be of the opinion that I do not believe a word of what Mr. Tapley is saying, but this is not true. You may be surprised to find out that I have no doubt whatsoever that all the things that Mr. Tapley says have happened did in fact occur. Furthermore, I have the utmost confidence that everything that he forecasts, World War III, famine, New World Order, pestilence, and the final battle of Armageddon, will all occur right on schedule within the next few weeks, just as he has predicted all along. The only question that I have is, where? Where will this happen? Will it be in our world? Or will it be in William Tapley's world?